You've mentioned meditation as one way to kind of notice, well, when is it restless, or when is it, when is it calm, and what's arising and what's fading. And you've developed in your teacher training and in your practice different modalities. I'm really interested in the subtle body work, in the chanting. And, these are just delicious practices that I don't hear about very often.
Yeah, taking from all the stuff that I'd learned, mostly from the time that I'd spent with Rod, it was 20 good years, and he taught a certain way that, it was his sequencing, and a lot of people follow that. And there was a piece of me, and it was like, but I still love the flow. And there is an exercise component about asana that I love. And it was like, I really feel that the two can go together. And I am the outlier in that way. That's, it took me a long time, and I bless any student who studied with me or practiced or took class with me for a while, because I was trying to figure it out, and they were stuck in the middle of me figuring it out. But I really do believe that you can weave in the esoteric aspects of yoga in a fun asana class. You can't overwhelm the asana class. And my philosophy is, I don't always have a peak pose, which is a good thing to teach for a 200-hour training. I work on how is the group and where do they need to be? And what's the energy doing? And what do they need? And how can I help that energy? And my main thing is helping people tune in to an inner truth. Because most people, it's not just LA, but even when I teach anywhere, we're just human. We get pulled into so many different things, and we forget our own voice, our own buddhi that takes us to our soul's essence. And so I weave in the different pieces. Sometimes it's mantra, sometimes it's breathing direction or a chakra, and all of these just happen to be from the subtle body, and it's also tantra.
Is the subtle body unique to Tantra?
I don't think so. I don't think Tantra gets to claim it as theirs. I don't think that's fair. Yeah. The subtle body exists, and anyone who wants to play with it gets to play with it. Iyengar, when he wrote his last book, it was actually broken into the koshas. And it's for anyone. It's just, there's so many tools in the Tantric Toolbox that we can pull from. And so I just use subtle body because it's a good, catchy phrase that gets people in.
Yeah, I really appreciate the phrase to capitalize on Guruji Iyengar's last book, Light on Life. The koshas, not everybody's familiar with that phrase.
Okay, yeah, the layers of one's energy and being that we're not just the physical form.
Kind of the structural form and the energetic form and the mental form and that part that can discern, and then that kind of wise, composed center.
Right, and our soul's essence, yeah.